The IWFCI Singapore BRIM Podcast Series. This is our It's a Wrap session. I'm here with Annie Chan, who's the president of the International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry Singapore. As you know, WSD Women was born out of the launch of World Speech Day Generation Equality podcast series, which was launched on International Women's Day 2020. In keeping with World Speech Day Women's commitment to invest in media produced by women, we have been running the series, which is the second series of podcasts, and it has been taking place since May 2021, culminating with the fourth part in February 2022. This series has featured women and men from Barbados to Australia who have shared their journeys as women in business and perspectives of men about women in business with the most fascinating insights and experiences. I would like to start by thanking you, Annie, for your willingness to join forces with WSD Women and to align our vision and mission to empower women through our efforts, more specifically in empowering women in the economic sphere. Welcome, Annie. Let's begin with you telling us about IWFCI, or the International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry, and then IWFCI Singapore.
Hi, thank you so much, Vino, for having me. And I think more importantly is to thank you for agreeing to come on board with IWFCI Singapore to launch the BRIM podcast. A little bit of background about IWFCI. It was started in Australia by Miss Diana Abruzzi. It's the first, actually, it is actually the first Commerce and Industry Federation for women. All right, so it's been around since 1996, and Singapore is actually the first chapter out of Australia. So Singapore started in 2007. So this is already like our 16 year in Singapore.
Wow.
Right. So the focus of the federation is really to help women in business scale their business, seek collaboration with fellow women in business. And I think in the years to come, in terms of sustainability, we do realize that at some point in time, we do work with businessmen or men in business overall. So moving ahead, I think for sustainability, we have to be a bit more inclusive to ensure that we help our members grow their business, whether in Singapore or whether it's out of Singapore to the other countries that IWFCI do have a chapter.
Right. And there's 14 countries, am I correct? With an IWFCI presence.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is so in Singapore, IWFCI has been around for I think 15-16 years. And I like to see us as what we call like a little boutique sort of trade association, because there are many trade associations here in Singapore for women in business. And we are all serving that group of business women, right? So we like to think it as like, we are like a little boutique association whereby, we sit down with you, we like to know what is your business and how can we help you. And I think in Singapore, we also believe that some women are happy just having their business in Singapore, right? Because we all know women, we have so many other roles. We are the daughter, we could be mothers, we could be wife, we could be even grandmothers. And we have to understand that not every one of us may be mobile to leave Singapore. So we always tell our members that if you're happy building your business in Singapore, we are here to help. But if you think that you're ready to scale your business out of Singapore, in countries whereby we have the connections, or in countries that we have the chapters, we'll be more than happy to help you connect to the various chapter presidents that can see how we can help you. At the end of the day, really, I think COVID was a serious wake-up call for a lot of us, realizing that if you only have just that one business and you don't have sustainability as one of your key, it can be very scary. We have seen members really struggling just to keep their business alive, and some even have to return back to the workforce because it was tough to sustain the business during COVID.
And I think having a presence like IWFCI can really be motivating to women, especially during times like this. I think many women need and depended on the online presence of organizations that support them. And I've seen that, and I think it can be daunting if you don't have that kind of support. So this series that we had was meant to be a build-up to the Global Women's Trade Summit, which is set to take place in Singapore, of which you are very busy organizing and is set to happen in September 2022. So it forms a part of your marketing plan, as I understand, your marketing plan for the event. Perhaps you would like to elaborate on the summit, the purpose of the summit, the theme of the summit, and how the theme speaks to the need to adapt to the changes, the challenges, and the opportunities that have come about as a result of COVID-19.
Okay, the Global Women Trade Summit is actually somewhat like our flagship event that started in Melbourne, Australia. So the first inaugural summit was in 2016. Of course, that was in Australia itself. And after that, they moved on to Malaysia, we moved on to Mongolia, to Busan. And in 2020, it was supposed to be in Japan, and 2021 in Singapore. But because of COVID-19, it was the plan was shelved. So 2022 is Singapore to go first, and then moving on, you'll be going to Japan and to Indonesia. So yes, it's indeed very, very challenging right now. As you probably would have read, in Singapore, the restrictions of running MICE events is crazy. All right. As an events person, even I find it challenging. And even just before I came on this call, I was on the phone with the hotel, trying to understand with them what is the latest do's and don'ts. So as you all know, a summit, a conference must have certain component, right, to make it exciting and make it interesting. But because of restrictions, some of the component, like example, a networking drinks is termed as leisure. We can't have it.
Right.
We can't have a gala dinner because that's also seen as social. But we can have a business dinner. So it's a lot of really moving around and getting out of the box and to see how best we can still deliver the best that we can, so that delegates get to really enjoy the 2 days, 3 days that they're going to come to Singapore for. And I think the 2 years of COVID really taught us about sustainability. So the theme for the conference is actually resilience, sustainability in our business. Right. So the focus is really much on building resilience. It's very much about understanding and ensuring that we have sustainability in order for our business to continue to grow and continue to thrive. So the whole focus will be on these two main areas of resilience and sustainability.
Right. Yeah. I think the challenges you are experiencing in organizing the summit is very much the challenges all business people are experiencing. So I think you're, in different ways. And no doubt things should be better by that time, by September. But Annie, I just want to say, I think that this initiative that we have taken on with the podcast series epitomizes the power of collaboration and the possibilities that can emerge from a willingness to explore new and different ways of doing things. You and I did that. We pivoted during COVID and we found other ways, to keep the momentum in what we wanted to have going. And we found this as a good way to do it. It started off for me with the Generation Equality podcast series. I met you through the podcast, that very same podcast series when you introduced me to Diana, and look at what emerged from that. And to take that even further, we have our chapter starting here in South Africa. We are in the process of setting up, and that's where we've come. So I hope, businesswomen, budding businesswomen can take something out of that. We took our difficult situation, we turned it around, and out of that, many, many wonderful things are emerging. I just want to say thank you once again. I wish you everything of the best with the preparation for the Global Women's Trade Summit, and I hope to see you there. Thank you, Annie.
Thank you so much. And just keep logged into our website, and our Facebook. We'll be sending out much more information when we have it. I mean, like venue date is confirmed for 21st to 22nd of September. All right, just that now we're trying to pin down the location. And once the location is pinned down, we will then be able to announce all the necessary things such as the ticket price and so on and so forth, and all the restrictions about how to come into Singapore. All that will then be shared, progressively as we lead up to the conference itself. Okay. So thank you so much.
Would you like to share your social media handles?
It's just IWFCI Singapore.
Okay. All right.
Facebook page. Yeah, our Facebook page is just IWFCI Singapore. And I say a very big thank you to Vino yourself, World Speech Day Women. And I'm very, very so happy that we managed to now have a South Africa chapter. All right, so really look forward to seeing you, because normally at the summit itself, that's where Diana would appoint all the new presidents. So hope to see you here in Singapore to officially sign your appointment letter. All right, and then you can officially kick off the South Africa chapter.
Sure. I look forward to it, myself and our board members. We do look forward to it. Thank you once again, Annie, and I look forward to all that is to come, and I wish you everything of the best.
Thank you so much.